the bright moonlight, you are my sun. A LadyNoir month-long fanfiction, day 25, Detransformation. You'd think by now people would notice the heart and stop stepping all over it, Shot says, with an uncharacteristic frown on his face as he scratches the heart in once again. Ladybug rolls her eyes, but smiles. I doubt people are paying attention to the ground we're walking on, she comments dryly. Shot seems offended by this, or at least playfully offended. Maybe I should spray paint it instead. Hopefully that'll get everyone's attention, he says. Oh, and that'd be a good idea, Ladybug snorts. You'd look like some delinquent in the middle of the night doing so. God knows people will worry you're trying to vandalize the statue and go on a stake out a rampage. Funny enough, LadyNoir does not look discouraged by this prospect, though Ladybug is not surprised in the slightest bit. He is, in fact, very interested in this idea. I like what you're putting down, the black-clad cat says with a faraway look. I can make it a whole scene. Cover my face and wear a hat and run as soon as they catch me, like a movie car chase, he says with excitement in his voice. Ladybug is torn between amusement and sheer shock and slight adoration. On the one hand, it is such a LadyNoir move to actually want to be chased down by the city just for laughs, so it's endearing. On the other hand, it's so freaking dumb she wants to cry. She looks at him and bites back a smile because he is muttering and piecing together the idea as if he's actually going to make it happen. It's hilarious and adorable in a way. You are really thinking this through, aren't you? Ladybug says teasingly. 100%, LadyNoir replies. Then maybe you should know that your suit is a dead giveaway and pretty hard to conceal, she says, biting back laughter. Shot pauses for a moment and looks down, realizing what he is constantly wearing. He lets out a long string of curses, and it's the final breaking point for Ladybug. She ends up on the floor laughing her head off and barely being able to breathe. She can see LadyNoir to her right side because he, at some point during her fit, had kneeled down. He doesn't look annoyed at her for laughing or disappointed that his heist is not going to turn out. He looks absolutely overjoyed at the prospect of her laughing so hard she's tearing up. You okay? He asks when she finally catches her breath. You're finally living up to that bad boy persona you wanted so desperately when we were 16, Ladybug snorts. LadyNoir blushes and ducks his head out of her view. It causes her to laugh a bit more, but it takes less time for her to compose herself. Ladybug sits up, folding her legs in and wrapping her arms around them. She looks at LadyNoir with a teasing smile, and he continues to avoid her gaze, but with a little smile on his face. That's so rude of you to keep bringing up, he snaps. It's true. LadyNoir reaches for her hand and holds it softly. Maybe, he admits. Maybe. Today is another day of a planned meeting, but without Patrol. Honestly, she's been planning so many of these lately that her real-life friends and her parents have been wondering why she's getting to bed so early nowadays. It's hard to look at them and tell them lies about how she's just enjoying the long hours of rest, when really, she's running around Paris with her amazing boyfriend, laughing into the wind and exploring all the prettiest views of their city every single night. Or nearly every single night. But all of that fun and love kind of makes it worth it. She's not hurting everyone, and nor is it a bad thing for them to be out and about and on alert. So it's not technically that bad, and it's kind of like sleeping in a weird way. It just feels like living a blissful dream, and sure, those only happen in your sleep. That's the sort of logic Ladybug's been using to clear her head, and it's been working for the most part. You've tried to balance 4 times already, Ladybug calls out. Chat Noir turns and sticks his tongue out at her like a 5-year-old child. You can't tell me what to do, he petulantly says. Sure I can, Ladybug says with a cocky eyebrow raise. I'm independent, he defends himself. You're going to fall, she deadpans, pointing to the thin ledge. Truthfully, he'll be okay, even if he did fall. The bar is about 1 meter off the ground, and Chat Noir regularly swings around the city using an extended staff that lifts him kilometers off of the ground. It, however, does not stop Ladybug from shaking her head and sighing deeply like a tired mother. Chat Noir snorts. I'll be fine, he pushes, doing a cartwheel on the ledge to really drive the point home. Ladybug rolls her eyes, but steps a foot onto the ledge too. He gives her an excited look, and she pretends to ignore it. See? It's fun. Slightly. You'll come around to it. It's still up in the air, just like us. Oh my god. Ladybug hops off the ledge, much to Chat Noir's dismay, but she can't help but laugh. She's so free with him, around him, and she's so open. It's occurred to her that she's extremely silly around him, something that she hasn't really been in a long time, but being around Chat Noir makes her feel safe enough that she can feel normal. It's like she's been stripped of the suit and de-transformed her personality. It erases all the burdens and allows for her to have fun with him. God, he's the best person in her life. Come back to me, Chat Noir says, reaching out an arm and pretending to strain to do so. Oh, don't be so dramatic, Ladybug snickers. Who says I'm being dramatic? Everyone on Earth. Well, don't I feel loved? Ladybug hops up on the ledge and plants a light kiss on Chat's cheek. His face flames and she laughs, teasing him for doing so. Do you now? She laughs. Very much so. He kisses her on the top of her head, and gosh, Ladybug just